The following review is going to be on the new G2 Universe Megatron Core Class Transformers Legacy figure. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do another review, this time on the Transformers Legacy Wave 2 G2 Universe Megatron Core Class figure. First, as always, we'll take a look at the package. There's Megatron in his green and purple self, Transformers logo, G2 Universe Megatron. We have the robot mode on that side. We have the Legacy poster on that side, the Legacy logo on top, nothing on the bottom, UPC on the back, and his G2 Universe Megatron Robot 2 tank in 12 steps. All right, let's get this guy ripped open and see what he looks like. And now that we got Megatron out of the box, first we're going to take a look at the instruction booklet. G2 Universe Megatron, Transformers Legacy, Transformers. Now, it looks like when you get him, his feet are going to be backwards, so you rotate the feet, and the gun goes in his hand like this, or the gun can go on his back like this, to mimic the gun barrel that he had in his original G1 form. And then in tank mode, that's where the gun goes. It's like the barrel of the tank with a turret. And also you have a QR code. So what you want to do is take a picture of the QR code, open browser, and you get Megatron. And it's like a GIF. See, it's got some movement. In his robot mode, Megatron, Decepticon, alt mode tank, function leader, G2 Universe, fusion cannon, launches powerful blasts that concentrate energy with devastating results. Bio. His ruthless leadership, military intelligence, and relentless drive makes Megatron one of the most feared bots in Cybertron history. And then his skills are strength 10, intelligence 10, speed 4, firepower 10. And that is Megatron. You get the cool Transformers logo here. So that takes care of that. Here's his little gun that becomes part of the tank turret in tank mode and becomes like the barrel of his gun that stays on his back in robot mode. And you can either put it here. So this is the classic Megatron where you have the barrel in his back for the gun mode. And then you could take this off his back and you can put it in his hand. I think it's like a 3mm. And there you go. And there is G2 Megatron with his gun in his hand and his fusion cannon weapon. But I'm going to put it in the back like that. I like the old G1 aesthetic. And we're just going to, right now, we are going to compare him. Now, this is the Core Class Megatron. So, basically, they just looks like a recolor. Yeah, just a recolor of Megatron. That's all. I don't usually like to get recolors, but these things are like $10, so it's not a big deal. And I do like this Megatron, sticks out pretty cool. And I know he had a different transformation because in the G.I. Joe, the front of the tank was his chest, but it's a little different, but they did just recolor him. So we're going to put Megatron back there. And then I want to be different with my comparisons. So this is a Legion size class Megatron tank from Revenge of the Fallen. And they're going to bring in a Legion size The Dark or The Last Night Megatron as a flying jet. So they're a little smaller than the new Core Class figures, and these are Legion or Legend size figures. And this is a little Megatron from the dollar store. I thought he'd be cute. And there is a bunch of Megatrons. Bunch of small little Megatrons. And we'll get rid of all these guys. And then here is the... Now this is the Cybertronian tank of Siege Megatron. Similar transformation, you know, with the things in the back, but I don't have the his Earth mode Megatron. I just never got a chance. And now what we're going to do is show you all the Core Class figures. So we got Megatron here. And we'll bring in this Megatron. Zoom out a little. And then we got to bring in his second in command, Soundwave. But wait, wasn't Starscream his second in command? Either way. And then we'll bring Loyal Shockwave. And then we've got the Bumblebee movie Shockwave. It was weird. They came out with 2 Shockwaves in a row. We'll bring in Thundercracker. We'll bring in Iguanus, the Pretender Shell. And then we'll bring in Vertebrake. So, now we've got stuff from the Bumblebee movie. We've got stuff from G1, G2. This is the Legacy line. These were the Kingdom line. So all different little core class figures. And I like this little set. See, like normally I don't get 2 of these guys, but they had a special weapon. This guy you combined with Hot Rod to form another weapon, and somebody else to form a separate weapon. And then we're going to bring in Optimus Prime. We're going to bring in a Hot Rod, Thundercracker, and Iguanus all formed a weapon on the core size figure. So that's Hot Rod. I think so far Hot Rod's my favorite figure, but he's the worst core class. Optimus Prime. Then you got Studio Series 86 Spike and Rat Trap. So what they've done with this core class line is just spread it all over. You got Studio Series 86, Kingdom, now Legacy, G2. So they really, and I like it. And there's more core class figures coming. They're only $10.99 or $11.99, so they're not that expensive. So I don't mind getting them and doing little reviews on them. All right, now to transform this Megatron. And to transform to the tank, and we're gonna take this gun off. And then what you want to do is take the fusion cannon and just rotate it like that. And this hand, see, it's different. You've got this other little piece. See the elbow there? And just this one little piece rotates the wrist 180 degrees. And that is like this. Now the other arm, you just want to rotate the whole arm 180 degrees. So this peg is sticking that out like that. And then you come around here and you move this up, turn them over, and then you got to fold these in. Now when you fold these in, this tab will go into that slot, and then this big tab will go into a slot on the cannon. So we get that in there. Fold this up, fold the cannon like this, and then we got to get this tabbed in that slot. So there we go. Let's just do that. There. So now that's what you got. That's the front of the tank. It's all done. Now the back, what you want to do is rotate the feet 180. Okay, so there's Megatron like that. And then these will just disconnect like that. And then when you accordion up, you will get this tab into that slot. So I know it looks at a weird angle, and then this tab is going to slide in here. It's going to be at a weird angle like that. Oh. There. See how that side's done? And now for the other side, you just want to untab it because this tab is now plugged into here. And then you just want to rotate at this joint right here. And then plug this in like that. It is there. I know the legs are a weird angle, so you might have to adjust the legs a little bit. And we got that one. And are we done? And then we take this and we put this here at the front of the turret. And there is the Megatron tank. So as you can see from the bottom, he looks a little weird. Just because his legs are at a weird angle. And they don't like to stay in. Let's see if we can fix that. We'll just compact them like this and force everything in. Yeah, it's these legs that don't like to move at a weird angle. Thighs. And there is the tank. Yep. And it's not a bad looking tank. Not really. You can move this up that far and down. And you can rotate all the way around 360 if you wanted to. But this is the front. And if you take this gun off, that's what you got. So it doesn't really look good unless you put this on. Maybe they didn't have to make it look like a gun. But that is what it is. The instructions tell you to do. Not bad. Mostly in this, it's the colors, though, that stick out. So there's Megatron. And no rolls, no wheels, nothing. But what do you expect from a $10 figure? Alright, now let's compare this with our other guys in vehicle mode. We'll bring in the original tank. So, this is not bad. I mean, I don't know what looks better. The black and the gray hides a lot of the missing pieces. But this is a nice, better color palette, I think. And there are these two tanks. So, pretty neat. I mean, you know, for the price you're getting, it's pretty cool. And then I think we're just going to bring in our other little dudes. This is the tank from Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know. I think I had a review on this guy. I think I had reviews on all of these, but these are going way back. And that is what these guys look like. And, you know, that's what the sizes are. So, not too bad. These are little Legend classes or Legion classes. Now we're going to we'll bring in Starscream. We'll bring in Shockwave. The other Shockwave. Iguanus. If he stands up. And Soundwave. So those are our main core class Decepticons right there. And I do kind of like this line. I mean, you know, it's pretty neat to get different editions of our characters. And we're just going to bring in Optimus Prime and Hot Rod. So as you can see, they're all the same size in robot mode. But Megatron looks so beefy compared to Optimus, but they're the same size in robot mode. See, look at the size of the vehicles. Megatron's a lot thicker, and Rodimus is just, yeah, we won't talk about Rodimus. And we'll bring in the Siege tank mode, and then, oh, you know what? And like all little gimmicks, this one has, let's see, I think it is this, no. I don't know why they don't just make Megatron have a normal gun turret. So this is very similar design, like with the arms. And this is what you got on this tank. Again, they, if it was just this, it wouldn't have been bad, and this makes a sword. So for some reason, they think that this ain't big enough for a tank tread. So on these Megatron figures, they got to add something else. And that is it for the vehicle comparisons. To give you a little background on my channel while we're talking about it, I always start from the way they come. Most reviewers will do alternate mode to robot mode, and then that's it. Which is not really fair for anybody, because a lot of times one mode is harder than the other mode. So I always start how it's packaged. It was packaged in robot mode. So I did robot mode, tank mode. Now I go back because it is different. So to go back, you pull the gun out. The legs, you just want to untab the legs and just bring this down here. This tab will go into that slot. So one leg is done. Here's the other leg is done. We can rotate the waist. Now we're halfway there. And then we could undo the arms and bring them around. At the same time, we'll just flip this over. Now remember, this arm, just this piece rotates. See how the elbow's still there? It's just this piece that rotates around 180, and this whole arm rotates 180. And then I like to do this to mimic his G1 mode. Okay, and that is it for G2 Universe Core Class Megatron. Alright, I like doing these little reviews. They're not bad. Oh, flip that around. So, I mean, this one was a neat color. I like the G2 colors. You can even do that, which kind of looks, funny. Or you can put him in the hand. Now he's got double firepower in one hand, so that's why it's Megatron with a gun, is a gun. So, I guess that's about it. So make sure you like, subscribe, definitely turn on notifications so you know when I do a new video. If there's a link below to get this guy from like Amazon or some other stuff, feel free to do that. Check out my playlist. Not only do Transformers, that we do Funko Pops, we do new toy sightings, we do DVD unboxings, we do DC figures, we do Marvel figures, we do it all. Just like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications. And I guess that's it. So, all hail Megatron in G2 colors. Megatron out.